All right, guys. So this is kind of the prelude. Shut up. This is kind of the prelude to today's video. I'm home. It's the end of the day. I'm having like a beer mix drink. It's spicy. I'm Mexican. Go figure. So, couple things to keep in mind. We ran the car today. JJ and I both ran really close times. His mile an hour, I think, was a little slower, but his 60-foot was better. But we both, I believe I ran an 11:64. He ran an 11:65. Now that was straight pulling it out the trailer, going making runs. We didn't make any changes. We did try the 950 carb, but was not happy with it. But overall, the car did really well, and the transmission died. So we don't know what happened. Again, I had my buddy put it together. I told him the nature of the build. I told him I can't afford to spend a lot of money on it. This is going to be a short-lived deal, and clearly that is what we got. I am not upset at all. That is the nature of the beast. I paid $400 for a transmission that could hold some power, have full manual control, and he used a bunch of old parts. That's not COVID, I promise. So, either way, keep in mind, we slapped this car together. The chassis that it's on is really set up for more horsepower. It was hot. And, I think when I made my first pass, it was in the high set. I think it was 79. And the DA was at about 3,000. And, just not ideal conditions, but it ran an 11:64, and our goal was an 11:2. I think, obviously, if we spent a little bit more time, got better weather, we could definitely get it there. I think JJ might be a little bit more dedicated to making that happen than I would be. At this point, I'm done. I'm done. But the engine's in his car. The transmission, he wants to pull it out and might go through it with help from Dr. Dan. And at this point, the ball's in his court. I don't care. Run the motherfucker. So, guys, it's a full success. This is pretty much the curtains, and I'll put in the rest of the videos with it. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I had a really good time. But I need a weekend where I'm not at a racetrack. So I think next weekend, I'm not going to take the car to the track. We're going to push for the 24th, 25th. And make a full day out of it. So, guys, I'll let you go, and we'll put the rest of the videos together. You could say hi, John. Hi. So, we're officially done. Yeah. And he's laughing, but so am I, because I really don't care. In most instances, you bring a car to the track, and you struggle until you get it dialed in. We worked backwards. We came out, car ran pretty good considering the weather. We ran a string of 1160s, and then it slowed down as the day wore on, and it got worse. And then we developed the transmission leak on D-cell when it pressurized, and we blew a bunch of smoke down the track, but we spilled nothing on the track. Oil pressure starting to go away. So, yeah, pretty much everything you expected to happen with this engine happened. But J-Head's good. Car, good. Yep. Surprisingly. So, I think we're officially done.
I think so.
Oh.
So
we're officially done.
We're officially done.
This we called it the curtains. It's the curtains today.
Yeah, it's the curtains. It's got to come out, and you got to look at the bare minimum.
Yeah, this thing is, not only is it hot, but I'm pretty sure we over-revved it almost on every single pass.
Probably.
This thing was hitting the stripe at 6,000 every single time. What would you have this shift set at?
55.
55, and I'm a late shifter, so I was probably getting closer to 6.
We don't want to talk about me missing third gear.
Yeah, he missed third gear and revved the shit out of it.
Yeah, then we decided to adjust the rev limiter after that, not before that.
And then we tried the 950, and it was not happy at all, so something going on there. We got to figure that out. But we're officially done. The car did its job. It's one day, and that's it. We're officially done. Right. There's still a lot of good salvageable parts. I got to figure out why the fuck the transmission's leaking, but
yeah.
It's we're done. We had fun.
We had a blast.
I had a blast. It's probably the most carefree day at the track I've ever had. And you know what? 1160s with a heavy stock rotating, just bottom end, heavy pistons, and fuck you, car. Shut up. So, but we're good.
And Jay had, used parts
slapped together.
slapped together parts from everybody. You know, we went through the list. I'm not going to even try to remember everybody, but everybody helped out. Big thanks to Dave Worthington. I am going to mention his name because it is technically kind of his car, kind of my car, kind of his car, but he gave us a bunch of parts. Technically, he originally built this motor. Technically, there's a bunch of stuff in here that he gave us to use. You know, Copper did a great job on this motor. It held up good. We made 5 or 6 passes, and we could probably make more, but the oil pressure's starting to go away.
Need some 2050 in there.
Yeah, 2050 would probably help. We're on 1030 right now, so 2050 would help, but we're leaking transmission fluid. They weren't mad at us, but I know they weren't exactly happy with us either on the track, because the guy was checking it.
Hey, but they didn't have to sleep.
They didn't do anything. He put the diaper on there just in case he did blow the motor up, and that was one of the things he wanted more than I did from the beginning. In case we scattered a motor, we put a diaper on there so it catches everything. It makes less of a mess.
And another thing, before I forget,
Okay.
our magic number was 11.2 out of this car. Considering it's pretty much untested and hot as hell, I think this car probably could have done it if we really spent the time to dial it in and if it was built a little bit better. But due to circumstances and the nature of the build, you know what? We didn't run an 11.2, but 1160 from slap together shit. Full win.
Full win. Definite full win. And like I said, thanks again to everybody who sent us parts. Like I said, we did the list, and I'm not going to mention a bunch of names because I will forget. So, anyways, it's done. We had fun. I hope you guys enjoyed the project too. If you didn't, I'm sorry, but we did. So, we had a lot of fun doing this.
Well, good job, Team Enron.
That's right. At least the engine didn't blow up. We are on a golf cart. wife just texted me right as I started recording this. But JJ's writing all the data down. I don't mean to distract him, but we just made our first pass. And of course it was me behind the wheel. He sticks the most nervous guy in the car. I ran an 1160 in red lit horribly, almost by a second. But the car ran good.
Felt good. Ran an 1160 with what was the 60 foot?
157.
A 157, which isn't horrible, I guess, but it could be a lot better. So this is pass one. JJ's up next. We're gonna let it cool down a little bit. It's a hot day, man. It's almost 80 degrees right now. Not ideal conditions for racing today.